Tom Sinclair with Streaming Idiots, and we're here on the floor of NAB, and we are with the one and only Joe DeMax of Central Control. Joe?
Pleasure to be here with you, Tom. Pleasure.
You got to speak up. You got to speak up. Your voice has got to broadcast across the whole hall.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. And Joe has got an amazing. It's not just a piece of software. It's a whole ecosystem of interconnected stuff.
It's getting that way, isn't it?
That I asked him yesterday. I said, Joe, please explain to me, like I'm a 12-year-old, how all this stuff works. So he's going to give you the same 12-year-old explanation he gave me on Central. Now I've already used Central Control.
Yep.
It was a lifesaver.
Yep.
Because we used it to repurpose a TriCaster 850 controller.
Yep.
With vMix Instant Replay, and Joe said, "Oh yeah, just click this, do this, and bang, it was a light show. It was great. It was great.
That light show, yeah.
So you've got Central Control, but you're doing something extra with it. Well, you're doing like 10 extra things with it.
Yes. Yeah.
You are.
Yeah. So we've got two different flavors of Central Control here today. The first one we'll talk about is this one, and this is a collaboration with X-Keys PI Engineering. And what we've done is we've taken Central Control and put it inside here. So this,
No. You can't do that. It's software. It doesn't fit.
So we've got a small single board computer running Central Control inside this unit. It's a complete self-contained unit. We've got
and X-Keys let you do that?
They're very happy about it. So we've got a bunch of buttons here. We've got a T-bar, even got some USB ports on the back for extra expansion. Should you run out of buttons, I know it happens.
And that's how it plugs into your computer over USB, right?
Normally it would, but this is completely standalone.
Standalone? I don't need a computer to use this?
You don't need a computer to use this. Well, you need a computer to do your setup.
Somewhere. Oh, okay.
You do your setup. So we've got over here, we've got our web user interface, and this is where all your configuration is done. It looks very much like the Central Control you're used to.
Okay, so it does.
We start off with a completely blank canvas, which can be daunting. It's like, well, what do you want to do? So we have modules. So an X-Keys is a module.
Okay.
A switcher vMix is a module.
Okay.
A replay system is a module.
All right.
Adding these modules, so you've got everything you need, and then you assign different buttons and T-bars and faders and encoders to the functions you want them to do. And once you've done that, we don't need the computer anymore, because this is a complete standalone solution. You take it to your production.
Oh my.
And away you go.
Oh my. So that plugs in with like Ethernet or something?
Yep, as long as it's on the same network as the production equipment you wish to use.
Okay.
You've got everything you need there.
Okay, all right. What if there's a situation where I'm not on the same network?
I'm glad you asked. Nice segue. I couldn't have done that better myself. So our new feature that we're introducing at the show is what we're calling NDI Link. Because a lot of customers maybe have more than one Central Control, and maybe they're doing a cloud production. Maybe they've got some X-Keys on their desk somewhere, and they've got the switches somewhere else. Maybe it's in the cloud, or maybe it's on a different continent. We don't really care. So what this does is it allows you to essentially...
He doesn't care.
We don't. We'll do it anyway. So it allows you to share modules from one Central Control system to another. So I can show you
that. No matter where they are.
No matter where they are. You have to use, if you're going over WAN, you have to use NDI Bridge, something that I think a lot of people are familiar with already.
Sure.
You might have one set up already. So every controller you plug in will now advertise itself as an NDI source, which sounds quite bizarre to say out loud, because you might be thinking video, audio, but we're kind of taking NDI and we're using it for control data now. So,
have you ever met Dr. Andrew Cross?
No, Andrew Cross very well. And I think he's probably thinking that someone was going to do something like this sooner or later.
And you're the first.
I think we might be. I think Viz have some products that do similar things.
Okay.
I think we're the first third party to come up with something quite like this.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, show me.
Sure.
And explain it like I'm a 12-year-old.
Of course.
Because I really am at heart.
So this is, we've got Central Control on Windows running over here.
Yes.
And we've got a bunch of modules. Now, eagle-eyed viewers will notice that some of them have turned purple. Why?
Yeah.
The purple denotes that it is a remote module. And the way we do that is we have this receiving module. You'll see it picks up every Central Control NDI source on the network and lets us attach it to a module that's already in production.
Get out.
That's important because maybe you've already set up all your controller side, your mapping, you don't want to redo it.
Right.
You just need to move this replay controller to the other side of the room, or another continent, or the cloud, whatever. You can then just say, okay, you're going to now target this, and it will turn purple to indicate it's now under remote control. So we do actually have, over there, you may be able to see in the distance, we've got a Stream Deck and a bunch of faders.
Right.
They're plugged into another system over there. I don't think USB would go that far, do you? I probably wouldn't.
It'd probably fall out.
Of a struggle.
Yeah.
So we're running those, we've got that Stream Deck coming into here, that's what these purple modules are, and that's all happening over NDI.
Get out.
Yeah. Yep.
Get out. So this has got to cost like $1,000.
You can pay us $1,000 if you want, but no. It starts at, the Windows version starts at $79.
That British sense of humor. Yeah.
Starts at $79.
$79
for the intro version, so you're limited to how many modules you can have in the project.
Okay.
And
well, we're giving away one of these today.
We are.
We're giving away the big
Studio
boy.
Max. Yep.
How many modules can you have with Studio Max?
As many as you like. It's unlimited.
How many have you had?
How many? I think I pushed it up to 30. I know Ollie Walker, sadly not with us at the show, who also works
Ollie,
for us.
we're missing you, guy.
I think he's pushed it up to about 80 on one of his gigs.
Wow.
People buy the intro version, they're like, 5 will be fine. And then they start to dive a bit deeper into the application. It's like,
but they can upgrade.
Yes, you just pay the difference. Yes, absolutely.
You just pay the difference. That's fair.
Yep.
Yeah. Good, I like that. Good job, Amber.
The raffle.
Good job.
Randomizing it, yeah.
All right, so what else?
What else? I suppose maybe a good question is, what would the Max version, which someone here is going to win?
Somebody's going to win the Max version. It's probably going to be Matt. Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to win the Max version.
You're going to win.
I can feel it.
So what does the Max do that not everybody else does?
Yeah. So one of my absolute favorite features is our timeline-based macro system. I'll open up the editor for you. And the idea behind this is one-man band production.
Yes.
You might have a complex sequence of events like a replay, a go replay, or a top of show sequence.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
We've typically thought of this kind of thing as like a list of commands, and you have to put delays between them, and then when something needs to move, the time needs to move. It's a bit awkward to reposition it.
Right. You've just made it visual.
Put it on a timeline. Everyone knows this. You've used a non-linear editor. I have, So if an event needs to happen a bit earlier,
I can't spell it, but I've used it.
I'll drag it to the left, or if it needs to happen later, drag it to the right. And you can have clips that fade audio levels for as long as the clip is. And it's just a really intuitive visual way to start building these things. I think we have a video demonstrating So here's one I built. This video is on YouTube. This is a top of show sequence I did. You'll see it's rolling the intro, it's going to fade down the music, it'll change the lights on the set, and just for a bit on top, why don't we have a little PTZ push in?
Okay, so this is the control.
That's the timeline view, and this is what's going on in the production. It's taking the graphic, fades the music down.
That's a good haircut.
Thank you very much. So everything in the production, like these really tight sequences that would be really difficult traditionally to do.
Yes.
Kind of might take a whole crew of people. You can now set it up. Once you've programmed all of that, you can just assign it to a button, and you've got a button to do all of this stuff.
All right, so I want to find out more about this. You ought to have a website.
We do. I think a website would do wonders in proving we were a real company, and that's why we've got one. It's centralcontrol.io.
.io for like ins and outs.
Yes. Yeah.
I love it.
In and out.
I love it. I love it. You repurpose some country. Okay. So they can go to centralcontrol.io.
Yep.
They can get more information. Do you have a YouTube channel?
Do have a YouTube channel. Just search Central Control on YouTube.
Do you have
loads of videos?
You ought to have. Here's an idea. You ought to have a Facebook group.
We do. Oh. Central Control users. A great place to ask all your Central Control questions. I can see a lot of them here. Fritz is very active in our group. He's always on top of the questions, and there's a lot of people that are very happy to answer them, and I'm in there too, answering whatever questions I can.
What if I need something that you haven't already done?
So that's another great use for the group, because if you post a request for some kind of module in there, it's great because it's a good way to assess the demand, because someone else might chime in and say, I really need this too. And
right.
Then, okay, we'll do this module, but okay, guys, what do you want it to have in it? What functionalities do you require? And it's kind of a great way to, you know, use the user base to decide how the development's going to go and what it's going to look like. Like Greg here, who's behind the camera, requested the ROS module, and that is actually the Carbonite module that's announced in the next version. And we're taking requests for what functionality that should have in the user group.
How old are you?
28. Took me a second.
He's going to rule the world by the time he's 30. Just look out.
I don't want to think about turning 30. I really don't.
29's worse than 30. I'll just
Is it?
tell you. Yeah, because it's the anticipation of 30.
It's the dread.
Yeah.
Okay.
Holy cow. Okay, you filled up my buffer.
Okay.
All right. So you're going to go to the user group and chat with folks in the user group. That's a great place to start.
Yes.
You're going to go to YouTube and watch some videos. And I have critiqued Joe in the past that some of his older YouTube videos don't show the present day interface.
Yes.
But you just have to understand that you're going to have to translate it in your head. And if I was able to do it, anybody can do it.
And there'll be a redo of loads of those videos.
Of course.
Better production quality, higher resolution. You know how it is.
Yes, I know how it is.
Go back and do the hits again.
Yes, that's good stuff. And visit his website too. He's here at NAB for the rest of the show. So today is Tuesday. The show, excuse me, goodness gracious. The show goes through today and tomorrow. So if you are here at NAB and you see this video, you want to come to the X Keys booth that Joe is taking over gradually, piece by piece.
Commandeering.
Yes, that's right. That's right. In the South Lower Hall at booth
SL8118.
Thank you. 8118. Yes.
8118. Yep.
All right. Now we are going to give away a Studio Max license.
Yes, we are.
And I told folks I was going to give away a studio license, and Joe said, I'm not having any of that.
In the chat room, I said, nope, it's Studio Max.
It's Studio Max, not having any of that. So we're going to give away a Studio Max license.
Yep.
And what's the duration of that license?
That's a perpetual license.
Perpetual license.
Yep.
Can you pass it down to your children?
If they're doing their own productions and they need a teleprompter or a remote monitoring or a timeline.
We didn't even talk about the teleprompter.
No.
Oh, we got to talk about that. Well, you got to come back on the show again. All right, so we need to get Amber up here. And
it's time. It's your time.
All right.
Amber is with X Keys, and she is going to pick, oh my gosh, look at all those names in there.
If I put my card in, can I win? Sure. Put a lot of cards in. It'll increase your chances. Use the odds.
All right.
All right. And we have a winner. It is Joel Baker. Where is Joel Baker? Come on up here. Come on up here, Joel. Welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So, Joel, what company are you with?
I'm with the Campion Church and with Dave here.
Oh my gosh, Dave is cleaning us out.
And he uses all your stuff, and we already have a version of Central Control, so this will be a very nice upgrade.
Fantastic.
All right, very good, very good. All right, so let's get everybody in here. Yep, we're getting the proverbial video picture, as it were. Thank you, cameraman. And if you will put down on here all of your contact information.
Yes.
We'll get the license, and you give that back to me too.
Absolutely, will do.
All right, good.
Thank you.
Good. How about that? Yeah.
Worthy winner.
Yes, indeed. Well, Joe is a champ. He is always so very gracious. He's gotten gracious over the years.
Yeah.
I've known Joe for 23 years. How old did you say you are?
28.
Yeah. Well, I've known him less than that then, and he is a prince. And sometime when you have it, go back to our old YouTube videos on Streaming Idiots, because you've been on 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And he gives an explanation. Did you explain on the show about your name? I know we talked about that.
It was.
But it's a great. We're not going to talk about it now because it's a great story.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's a fitting name.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time today.
You, Tom.
We wish you the very best. And for those of you that are watching, We've got one more video to do, so if you're watching these things as they go live, don't stop yet. We will see you later today at the Bird Dog booth over in Central Hall, and we're giving away a Bird Dog X series camera. That's the new wireless, I think we're giving away the high definition version, not the 4K version, but we'll have to check on that. But yeah, this is amazing. You put a battery on the back of that sucker.
No way.
And you can put it anywhere.
Remy production dreams.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is. Anyway, so that'll be over later today. Big thanks to Greg for doing camera for us again today. Does a super job. And we will see you guys later. Thanks.